Good morning to all of the participating members. My name is Kevin Oscar Hampry, and I will be the moderator for today's meeting. First and foremost, I would like to begin with a bit of self-introduction. Well, I am from the Department of Marketing. Also, I'm the Chief of Marketing Officer actually. And I would like to go around the table and each of us will self-introduce. I would like to begin with Mr. Allen.
Hi everyone, nice to virtually meet you all. And I'm Wong. I'm the social media manager.
Good to meet you, Mr. Allen, the public image of the company. And now let's on to Mr. Wong.
All right. Hi everyone. My name is Muhridza, and I'm the content creator of our company.
The creative outlet for our company. Well, what good idea. So now how about Mr. Dennis?
Good morning, everyone. I am Dennis Lee Jiayang, and I will be the representative of Financial Department.
Good to hear the financial side is also present today. And lastly, we have Mr. Ng.
Hello everyone, I am Seng and I am a technical officer of our company.
This is the part that handles the background work. Good to hear. So as we can see, everyone is present today, from marketing to the backlog, such as Mr. Ng, which is technical officer. So let's move on to our agenda. Well, for today, our goal is to talk about the social media presence for our company, the Chicken King. We were known as top competitors as our product is similarly to KFC. And recently, our best-selling product, the chicken wasabi, has managed to garner a lot of attention and reach the Times top 10 food to eat when you're in Malaysia. So even with that exposure, we still realize that our social media presence has dropped significantly. So, and now we want to see where is the issue and tackle it at the preliminary level. And we would like to begin with social media manager as they are the image of our company.
Well, thank you, Kelvin. So probably the biggest challenge that I experienced as a social media manager in our company is falling engagement rates. It's not a secret to tell you that Chicken King engagement, such as the post likes, shares, comments, and also video views on social media has been on a downward trend. The reason behind this is that more users and brands nowadays are on the network and give rise to us competing for the attention of customers and also the followers. So examples of competitors may include the KFC, Nene Chicken, and also the Texas Chicken. And to tackle the issue, my department treats this matter seriously as it will affect Chicken King revenue growth. So therefore, an improvement has been followed on from my department discussion to deal with the problem. With the falling engagement rates of the Chicken King, we suggest that our company can partner with influencers who can help to promote the brand for us. What we think is that collaborating with influencers for brands is a way to extend our reach and encourage more brand mentions in public. We believe that at the moment that influencers promote our brand, consumer will gain awareness of our brand. So therefore, our brand will gain more followers. In addition to the collaboration, this will also get us quality photos in unique locations without costing us and hiring a photographer. So I think that's the solution from our department to tackle the issue. So before I end my section, I would like to know your feelings about the issues stated by me or any other suggestions to improve the circumstance.
Hi, Mr. Allen. May I give some opinion on the issues?
Sure, you can proceed further.
Thank you, Mr. Allen. From my perspective, I agree that it is challenging for us to build followers because social media platforms are currently filled with other businesses in the same industry around the world. Therefore, Chicken King must be unique on social media to stand up, which can in turn grow more followers. My suggestion to improve the falling engagement rate is to go live. Streaming live video is a great way to connect directly to users, share news, and build engagement. Nowadays, people would instead watch them just to read a long blog post. Therefore, with live video, you can answer questions live, welcome viewers by name, and generally welcome your audience into your work in an intimate, engaging ways.
Yeah, sorry to interrupt. For my department, I would like to cooperate with your department to increase the effectiveness of the strategy set by Mr. Dennis. In addition, with the aid of a few YouTubers and Instagrammers under our hire, I think we can increase our engagement with the followers successfully.
Oh, I see. I find it very insightful. Thank you all for your suggestion. I will consider it seriously and see how your solution can effectively help me tackle my issue. Thank you. And also before that, I would like to raise a problem to finance manager about the budget allocated to our department in this quarter have been decreased compared to the last quarter. This reduction in the allocated budget had caused some significant troubles to our department, such as the budget allocated for the ads. So can I request a proper explanation for this issue, or is it possible to increase the allocated budget for our department?
Thank you, Mr. Allen, for the question. I am sorry about the problems faced by your department due to the reduced allocated budget. For your information, not only the budget allocated to your department is reduced, however, all of the department of our company, including mine, also has reduced budget. I am afraid that for now, it is kinda impossible to increase back the allocated budget. This is due to the reason that our company is now facing economic crisis as our sales are dropping since the pandemic of COVID-19 and especially during the movement control order. Furthermore, the factory that was providing us with the raw chicken has increased their price as the fuel price increased. Luckily, we are now in the recovery phase where our revenue now just started to increase by a little bit. From what my department has investigated, other beverage companies such as KFC, McDonald's, and also Starbucks has been facing with the same revenue drop issues. This might be due to people nowadays try to save money by only spending on essential items.
All right, see. It's a piece of bad news that we are currently facing COVID-19. So I hope this pandemic period will end soon. Well, may I know, is there any proposed solution by your department to overcome the issue you stated?
As for the solution, a lot of discussions were conducted in my department. After referring to some other international fast food chain company on how they tackle with this issue, we came to an agreement that introducing discounts or offer to our customer is one of the most effective solutions. The discount will attract more people to our shop and we have more potential buyers for items in our shop as most people will look around to see what we offer before making purchases. According to our roughly estimation, this would increase our sales by at least 30% before the end of this quarter. As for the first step, I have discussed briefly with manager of marketing department about the discounted price of our product. Is there any suggestion from any other departments?
Yes, in fact, I'm from marketing department, and one of our group members did discuss this issue, and one of our suggestions was that we could apply what other company applies. For example, Tesla, they were having issues for their revenues and due to economic crisis. So they start to lay off all of the workers that are non-essential, referring to workers that has low productivity or very volatile situations that are unbeneficial to our company. So I'm wondering that, is it a plausible method that we could lay off the workers that are very unproductive towards a company, that are giving less input, not worth it to keep with our company's money.
Thank you, Mr. Kelvin, for the suggestion. To be honest, we have also considered this solution during discussion in our department. However, in our discussion, we realized that laying off staff might bring more disadvantages to our company compared to advantages. For example, laying off staff involves a number of legal problems which will often come with a huge fine. It is not uncommon for workers to cite claims of discrimination or harassment against their employers after they are laid off. Therefore, we need to be extra careful when managing the layoff of employees. Laying off staff might also lower the morale of all the employees in general, as some of the staff might be close friends to each other who has worked together for a very long time. Besides that, it will also increase the burden and workload of other employees in the company. After such consideration, we decided that we would only reconsider this solution of laying off staff if our company has faced more severe economic crisis.
Oh, I see. Yes, I believe your solution is the only possible solution. We should take care of our workers' well-being than trying to lessen impacts. Good idea. So as of now, I would like to pose an issue that came up in our meeting for marketing department. First and foremost, currently in social media, we found out there is a trend called cancel culture, where some terms, some commercials were taken down due to sensitive topics. And currently, Chicken King has no longer faced these issues as of now, but we will worry in the future we might face these issues. So I was wondering, is there any naming conventions or commercial procedures that are very unhealthy towards our company and may cause severe detrimental effects? And I would like to pose this question to the Department of Social Media. And is there any feasible solution for this problem?
Well, as you mentioned our department, so my suggestion is that we could be involved in the meeting as well to discuss the naming of the product. I believe this could be easier to implement as the problem can be fixed at a preliminary level. Furthermore, the cost of overall marketing will also decrease significantly.
I see. It's a good idea, but sadly, our company policy does not allow any third-party or non-marketing members during the meeting. So I believe that solution is a very good solution. Sadly, one that our company does not condone, neither allow, as the meeting is strictly prohibited and has confidential contents only belonging to the higher ups of the company. Do you have any other solutions?
If that's an issue, we would like to suggest that all the naming of any new product to be quality checked by one of our department members. So we believe that our experience in social media can help you to identify the suitability of the products.
Yes, in fact, another good idea from Mr. Allen. Yes, I believe this is a good idea, as we could quality check our work after it's done, and we can change some minor deformities or minor improper naming. So it's changed before it's released to the public. It's a good idea. I would like to discuss furthermore in my own department, and once we have came to a conclusion, we'll give a response to you. So what's a very insightful sharing from Alan. So how about the technical department? I believe there's something you want to speak out, as your department is the key role in our whole company and our business as Chicken King. A restaurant is a beneficial because of the statistical claim. So we need to take advantage of our favorite gadget that we use at least more than 100 times a day.
Thanks for mentioning, Mr. Kelvin. Yes, by having our own apps, we will be constantly in touch with our customers. So currently, we are facing a challenge, which is inability to handle order fulfillments and logistic operations. food delivery service in apps are the main source of the problem. When we started a food application, we didn't mainly consider the logistic issue. So it caused the difficulties for us to prioritize the order request and provide an on-time delivery service to the customer. So after we had a discussion in the department meeting during last week, we have made a decision and got the permission from the top manager that we are planning to integrate our online food delivery platform with features which are Chicken King location tracker and delivery router. So for example, the location tracker would help merchants to set the virtual boundaries and deliver the food in their preferred delivery zone. A delivery route will provide a detailed view of routes to the delivery staff, and it will help them to deliver the order in the minimum possible time. It is very important to our delivery staff during the peak hour of every day because of the traffic congestions will cause a delay on food to arrive. So I believe that this implementation of the apps will result in positive effects on our market sales.
A very interesting solution. May I inquire, why did you choose this solution?
Well, it is because since the pandemic COVID-19, there has been an obvious improvement in users' experience on our apps. Because of dining at restaurants is not allowed, so they can only order the food using our application. But many users would like to track the order and have the option to abandon it when they think that the order takes a long time. If we have a location tracker for them, they will get the order status immediately. This system will increase the customer satisfaction and help ensure that all deliveries are accurate and on time.
Yes. In fact, this is a key discussion in our department as currently most of our staff are considering trying to implement what technical have said earlier. So we believe that by using this method set by the technical department, we believe that it's more recognition can be applied and it's a more satisfactory exposure.
Yeah, from my side, I would like to ask the technical department regarding customer service. Few of our teammates have been getting questions for their followers on the best way to contact our company in terms of the complaint and the suggestion. So I would like to.
Thanks for the questions, Mr. Wong. I have no objection that an important aspect of an app is the customer service. Whether it is regarding delays in delivery, dissatisfaction with the food queries about the payments and refunds, or any general questions and complaints, customer will want to get in touch with the customer service as soon as possible to get the alternative solutions. So as a technical department, we are responsible to set or provide a different channels of communications like email, live chats, social media, and phone calls. We will set the programming coding to be using positive or polite language when communicating with a customer. But one thing is important that we cannot ignore, which is to make sure that our customer support staff is equipped to handle queries of all kinds and is prepared to tackle the tricky situations whenever they arise. Therefore, the proper staff can handle the problem effectively and efficiently.
Yeah, that's good to hear. We will inform our content creator team about these features. And is there any other solution you can suggest as an alternative?
Yes, we will try to set a frequently asked question FAQ page on our website, which has responses to basic questions. By having an effective online food ordering system or application that meets the customer expectations is what we need to climb the ladders of success in today's highly competitive market.
It is good to see that our company is cooperating with other departments to solve their issues. Well, since Mr. Wong has posed a question towards the technical officer or Mr. Ng, well, how about your department, Mr. Wong? Is there any challenges you're currently facing?
Yeah, for my side, in my point of view, Another challenge for our companies present on the social media would be lack of creativity in promoting the menu contents. And I think it is because the consumers, especially the youngsters nowadays, tend to be attracted by some creative ways of promotion or some special menu of dishes and beverages that can catch their attention. When our posts on the social media are not mesmerizing enough for other social media users, they will not drop by our social media account and to have a look or even purchase our products. So I would like to say that it's really a big crisis for our company to resolve as soon as possible to gain back the attention of our potential consumers during this highly digitalized business arena. And therefore, I suggest that we can do some research on the online applications that can provide some, more attractive features that suit the preference of the youngsters. For example, it can be some spontaneous online interaction with the social media users to leave a customer-friendly impression to those who are just newly browsing our posts on social media.
Sorry for the interruption, Mr. Wong. In addition to the points that you discussed about, we need to do some research on the online applications. So from this respect, our department would suggest that it's best to start by seeing that by trending today. So from our department analysis, the best applications doing that could be TikTok and also the Instagram. It is suggested that we could conduct a demographic survey questions for those that commonly use these apps.
All right, I see. Well, I will take note of that. And thank you, Alan, for your idea to my problem.
Good morning. I would like to offer our technical expertise to your department. The testing and application of more interactive features can be settled by our side. So we would like to have a rough sketch of what your idea of the improvement, so we can start the design later on. Secondly, we would like to request a test participant to see the suitability of the newly designed application. So by another way to say that it's a prototype before the finalization of our application.
Yes, well, I believe the marketing department can help you on that. We have a few of our marketing teams compile a group of teenagers that are very suitable to solve this issue you need, to solve the technical issues, for example, getting ratings, getting response, and getting complaints. So I believe we can cooperate with you on that side. So is there any more issues faced by your department, Mr. Wong?
Yeah, so actually, I think we can also cooperate with the culinary department to conduct a survey on the preference of food and beverages for the youngsters to launch some new menu based on the result. I think it will greatly help us to have more resources for our social media contents to pick our potential consumers' curiosity on our menu.
Yes, in fact, that's a good idea. Getting our food the proper taste to our people is what we want. So as of now, we found out that most of our challenges can be solved with a little bit of cooperation and with a bit of ingenuity. So now that we know our proper solution, why don't we go on and talk about a summary of what we have learned today as to avoid misunderstanding and improper misinformations. So I would like to begin with Mr. Allen to talk about what did he learn from today's meeting.
Well, Mr. Calvin, so in summary, the biggest challenge that the social media department faced was the foreign engagement rates. As we all know, when we engage with the followers on social media, there's a possibility for us to turn them from fans into the customers. So this means that the time we devote to build relationship with our audience may lead to a high number of sales and increase in customer loyalty and also a higher positive reviews. So therefore, we must figure out some solution to tackle the following issue. As mentioned by our colleague, Mr. Dennis, is to go live. That's an awesome idea. With that being active on our social media page, it will show that our page is worth following. So in addition, This offers a great way for us to connect directly to users and build engagement. Besides, partnering with influencers also solves the following engagement issues. So that's also a way to extend our reach and encourage more brand mentions in public. This is because we will be able to tap into each other audience to grow our followers. The suggestion is also supported by my colleague, Mr. Wong. He did believe that with the add of few YouTuber or Instagrammer hired by his department, the engagement with the followers would definitely increase. So I look forward to working with you to solve the problem soon, Mr. Wong. In short, I believe that sums up today's meeting for my department.
Good to hear that Mr. Allen has a very good solution provided and a very good teamwork with other departments. How about Mr. Wong, as Mr. Allen has stated of you such highly?
Yeah, from my side, regarding the challenge as mentioned just now, it has been solved by my colleagues, Mr. Allen, Mr. and Mr. Kelvin respectively from their department's angle. So for Mr. Allen, he suggested that to focus on the trending apps such as TikTok and Instagram to have more interactive and interactive features. Yeah. And for Mr. Ng, he offered that his department will provide testing and application of those features with the conditions of like having a rough sketch of my department's idea and a test participant. And thankfully, one of the conditions have been fulfilled by Mr. Kelvin, promising that he will supply the test participant needed for my department. So I'd like to say thank you to all of you. And I think that's all from me.
Good to hear that it's going well as well. How about Mr. Shen? Technical is a very important aspect. Oh, sorry. Mr. Sorry. And I believe it's one of the few key that we as other part members does not understand well. So may you summarize?
Well, for my department, we will provide a location tracker and delivery route. I believe that these features could help the Chicken King brand and provide a better customer experience. As mentioned by Mr. Calvin, he is interested in making a commercial which shows these features. We can have a good collaborations with the marketing team. As for customer service, we have given a simple but yet crucial part to any company. We will provide an outlet for communication. Statistically, by providing this solution, the customer satisfaction has risen based on others' company research. So that's all that I would like to conclude about all the solutions posed by the technical department.
I see. Good to hear that it's going well as well. And lastly, we'll go to Mr. Dennis, which is the financial aspect, which we are all very interested about as we all depend on them, our monetary funds. You may have the stage, Mr. Dennis.
Thank you, Mr. Kelvin. Now, as the manager and also the representative from financial department, I will give a short conclusion for my department. Our company is currently at a hard time in which our revenue is dropping due to several challenges such as COVID-19 and rise of prices for raw ingredients. Therefore, in order to balance the income, we have no choice but to reduce the budget allocated to each of the departments. We know that this budget reduction has caused a lot of trouble to every department, as mentioned by Mr. Allen from Department of Social Media. In order to overcome this issue, we have proposed a solution by providing discount and offer to our customer to boost the sale. For the solution proposed by Mr. Kelvin, which involved laying off staff, after discussion, we think that it is not that suitable to be used in our circumstances. However, we all know that this solution solely is not enough. Therefore, I hope that every department can work together to promote more about our company on the internet, especially on the mainstream social media such as Facebook, Instagram, and also YouTube, in order to increase the social media presence of our company. With this, I'm confident that our revenue can increase back to the day before the existence of COVID-19. Will this end my presentation today? Thank you.
Good to hear. Good to hear. Monetary is a very big issue in our company. Let's talk about my part and I'll conclude everything. So as for marketing, we found out that naming is very sensitive. It's a rather important issue, and cancel culture is what is the main department that was worried about. But Mr. Allen has provided a very good solution whereby everything should be checked by the department with the most online activity on social media, which is social media manager. And because of that, we believe we could market our food more effectively and provide a more interesting commercial. And secondly, I would like to say that it's good to hear that among all 5 of us, we are cooperating very well, providing solutions that could help each other and rather boost each other to the best performance. And that is the conclusion for our whole event. Before we end, I would like to remind everyone to try out all of these problems and issues, and hopefully, if there's any issue, we can bring it up in the next meeting. And please take note that any issues any problem came out of nowhere that we don't know about, such as unexpected issues, you can jot it out and hopefully you guys bring up in the next meeting. Thanks for your attention and your time today. And I believe have a good day, and the meeting is adjourned.